Hailing frequencies are open.
And welcome back to Star Trek Livingstone and back to the even further into the future. We are live. Oh my goodness, I've just... Oh, no. I thought my microphone wasn't working for a moment then. So, yeah, we're back. It's just the four of us tonight, but we are excited to be here. I've got a special background in honour of the day. Because we know what day it is, don't we? Fair.
It's the 4th of May?
It's Wednesday. It's Spots Wednesday, surely.
It's Spots Wednesday.
This is the May.
This is the May.
Together,
come on.
Oh, I like it. Excellent. But yeah, we've done our stint with the old Atlantis. How are we feeling about that?
Oh, emotional.
Yeah.
Wounded.
Yeah, I was surprised how much I enjoyed it.
I think she's going to show up in backstory and fan fiction. Just saying.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Well, the crew. Well, some of the crew, of course, some of the bridge crew are alive on the planet as far as we know.
I wish we could have brought Dr. Wendell forward in time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe his great grandnephew or niece will be about at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm gonna point out that in the Next Generation, in the pilot episode, we get to see Bones.
McCoy, yeah.
Now, he was quite aged in the TOS era.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Wendell
was very young.
Quite young.
So
I mean, he'd
guess...
still be pretty bloody old.
McCoy was, what, 110 or something, wasn't he? He was something like that.
Something. I'd have to rewatch it, but yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, so, you know, that's there.
Possibilities.
I heard they actually use makeup to make the actor look younger in that case.
Poor DeForest. Anyway, we haven't done our introductions. I'm Stu Jackson, your games master for this evening. Over in the captain's chair, we have Ed. Spots Wednesday. Back on your spots.
Oh, very comfortable. I'm not quite sure if they're as comfortable as the Whiskers, actually. I mean, the Whiskers is a bit more work. This is basically just lie down and wait for a passing bus on the main road out there.
You don't live in civilization, so that's going to be one every 3 hours.
Oh no, we're right in the heart of Manchester now. They're all going to be free in our glorious new workers' utopia.
That means there's one every 2.5 hours.
Exactly, but you still only pay 20p. You still only pay 20p for it, no matter how far you go.
Still say it's wrong side at Pennines. But, and yeah, in the old medical chair we have Dr. Bosh.
Good evening.
Yeah, back in the ears, in fact.
Back in the ears. Yes, I was trying to find the camera thing that I managed with the Ferengi head, and I can't remember where I saved it, which is slightly annoying. But yes.
Worry.
But he is definitely younger than McCoy was at Encounter in Farpoint, which was actually 137.
Oh, well spotted.
So, actually, there is definitely possibility for... sorry.
For any of the crew, I would say.
Yes.
That's right. Yeah.
Yes. Sorry, I was distracted by memories of the cat suit and just completely blanked on everything. The thing that was the shame was that we cut to end of stream just before he stood up and turned around. So we got the joy of that visual, but the general watching public didn't.
Might be a good thing.
I think that was,
to keep that off the internet.
I think that was special, something that only we share.
Burned into our collective retinas.
Yes. Well, we have to have something just for us, don't we? Absolutely. And have you been missing giving us the old rules of acquisition?
I have indeed. I have.
Oh, we're going to
but-
get like a double dose today, aren't we?
Yeah. Rules of acquisition, although randomly shouting at people and trying to kneecap Klingons was definitely a fun break from the rules.
Captains of the 2260s were a different breed.
Yes.
Does Bosh have a rule of acquisition about the fact, connected with us being back? I'll tell you while Bosh thinks about that, let's say hello to our science officer, Lieutenant Commander Davok.
Yay! No longer in any form of authority.
What do you mean no longer? Lieutenant Commander's quite senior.
Yeah, but I've been senior in that recent.
Well, you had a very brief stint almost as first officer, didn't you?
Yeah, that was.
But you were made first officer, now I have to remember this, in the Mirror Universe, weren't you?
Something I had an urgent need of a number one. Not sure
No,
why.
you
Yeah.
don't. You've got a number one. He's just not here right now.
He's not here tonight, but he will be back with us soon enough, no doubt. Well, how's Bosh doing?
I've got time is like Natlum. It's a highly limited commodity, but that wasn't given a number, actually.
Yeah, I was going to say it doesn't count if it doesn't have a number.
Is that in the appendix?
It was from DS9's Bar Association. I mean, I think the one that we should all kind of really get behind is, where is it? Never have sex with the boss's sister, but I can't remember the number.
That's always good advice anyway, no matter what you're doing. Yeah.
I always thought Webb would appreciate the one about employees are the rungs on the ladder of success before you
Yes.
step on them.
Excellent. Right, well, shall we crack back on with it?
Yeah.
Refamiliarise
112.
ourselves. Oh, go on.
112, 112. Never have sex with the boss's sister.
Excellent. So yeah, let's. Those of you who wish to, amongst the players, please turn to your stream yards, as we're not going to do a log today. Today is quite a special day for lots of reasons. Partly because we're back in Livingstone and I've got my old dress uniform on specially for that. But it's also special for another reason. Are we all ready?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Let's have a catch up on where we are. Oh, and there we go. Happy
Hailing
Star
frequencies
Wars
are
Day,
open.
everyone. Yes, may the 4th be with you all. So recapping then, you are indeed now Section 31 Raw recruits on your shiny ship with all its special items. How are we feeling about these special? It's got cloak. It's got this special shuttle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've got my own captain's yacht.
Yeah, that's going to be fun.
Excellent.
So
And of course,
many
you know when not to use it, don't you?
No.
We,
In front of
whenever,
Federation people.
yeah, whenever there's other people watching.
Oh, I was just going to go and take a very joyride around about Utopia Phoenicia. Barrel rolls. Check out my new ride.
We've finished before we've even begun.
Because Section
so yes.
31 definitely won't kill us and make it look like an accident.
They can't do that.
Oh my God, Captain Webb was Section 31.
No, of course they can. Was he?
Well, he was the only other person we've known who makes people vanish, seemingly at random.
That's true.
Well, speaking of Captain Webb, so you are en route to Narenda Station on the edge of the Shackleton Expanse, and having been given some direction by the director of Section 31, Director Bashir, you have reviewed the case files of the USS Atlantis, which, so prior to what you've just either seen on the holodeck, maybe, you know, some of you playing the chef on board the Atlantis, because that won't piss off the viewers. But maybe some of you have been reading the logs, whatever suits you best. But yeah, prior to this, you knew that the Atlantis had gone into the Shackleton Expanse and basically had a big skirmish with the Klingons and was destroyed in the process. And it was believed for a long time, of course, that the Shackleton Expanse was part of the Klingon Empire and a bit of a no-go area. Well, recent times have expanded it out, and apparently that's not the case. Section 31, it seems, have been keeping people away from the Shackleton Expanse for their own reasons, but now explorations are starting up again. Do you remember why it is that you are going to be exploring the Expanse?
I'm just having to go back through our notes. It's been a while.
I was like, they stole a shuttle, but no, that was the
That was the Atlantis.
that was the Atlantis.
My notes started at the beginning of the Atlantis, so I don't.
There was some weird power signals.
I think it was a ship called
That is the
Philadelphia.
Atlantis again. So effectively, what you were told prior to reviewing the logs is that there is some powerful technology in the Expanse that is kind of a little bit beyond what the Federation has got, maybe a lot beyond what the Federation has got, but it would be very, very useful to have with threats looming like the Borg or a potential Dominion resurgence and things like that. Now is the time to start looking for this technology again. However, that mission is hush-hush. It's one of the reasons why you're still posing, of course, as Starfleet officers, is you're going out there in the spirit of exploration, scientific investigation, diplomatic missions, of course, and all the usual Starfleet stuff. But secretly, yes, it's about wanting this technology for Section 31 to protect the Federation. How do we all feel about that?
Bosh is all for Section 31. It kind of just confirms what he thinks about humans anyway. That there's something that they take away their creature comforts, and they're the most dangerous species in the galaxy.
Yeah. What's that saying about what every civilization is? Was it 3 meals away from anarchy? Or
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. How's Davok feeling about this? Is it logical?
Well, it does make sense that you would need some sort of secretive department to deal with the things that you can't deal with. However, I also feel that Starfleet are meant to deal with things without the need for that. So I am unsure at this time. I need more information.
Okay. Holding it in abeyance, I like it. And Captain Wraal, of course, leading your people into this dangerous area.
Well, one of Wraal's values has always been that this is his ship, his crew, but that things change. Clearly, Livingstone is an asset to the Federation, as all ships and crews are. And if aspects of the Federation deem that we need to do more or differently, well, the orders are orders. That's what we've got to do.
I was just following orders, my lord.
Definitely defence, definitely viable in court. And there's an entire colony somewhere out here that would definitely be... I will definitely be explaining that when anyone asks what happened to the civilians on it. They were all infected anyway.
We just nuke them from space.
Yeah, it's the only way to be sure.
That seems to be the standard tactic so far. So you're a little while, a couple of hours away from Narendra Station. Zankir's off. He's doing some communications with Section 31.
Is that what the crazy kids call it?
Would you like to discuss? Yeah, indeed. Would you like to discuss what you've reviewed of the Atlantis en route?
Well,
I didn't think much of that, Captain.
See, I was the opposite. I thought he was absolutely fantastic. Why did we not learn more about him at the academy? That was the guy was phenomenal.
Well, there's actually a subchapter in My Father's Shadow, the autobiography of Demora Sulu, and she actually points out at one point where she actually met Webb's nephew, who was commanding a later Atlantis, an Excelsior class, that she was sort of doing some training on, and she said that he was often commenting on did you know about my uncle, sort of thing, and it was clearly a source of family pride.
Excellent.
Incidentally, I've got a hardback signed copy of that one, the Demora Sulu's side. It's in my ready room. It's a must read for any helmsman.
Yes, I mean, obviously, I hope he made some decent money as well as being a badass, because obviously, Wraal another 102 as nature decays, but Latinum lasts forever.
Would you be able to sell your Starfleet logs and make a profit?
Depends who to.
Like, is that a thing? Do people
I'm sure
sell
I can.
Their life work?
I think classified logs are probably not for sale unless you know someone to speak to.
Oh.
In other words, quite valuable.
I mean, somewhere out there must be Webb's logs somewhere. I mean, it's almost as if he got his science officer to download them all and snaffle them somewhere away, right under the nose of an admiral who stood in the same room.
Yes, that's probably where Section 31 got it all.
Yeah, they must have all that somehow. That was interesting, though. Do you think we're going to be after this same technology?
I think the Tilikal will come into it very much. I mean, there's massive planet-sized pylonic weapons that can annihilate an entire system. You really want that hanging around on the border with the Romulans? No. We're going to be nicking that firmly for the Federation for the greater good.
Yes, I'm a little concerned by the large spider creature that they definitely didn't. That we didn't get any information on whether they destroyed or not.
Oh, there's the one that sort of scooped up, became one with the Admiral. So,
yes.
Who told me her name wasn't Zara?
Or Charlotte. Out of interest, any thoughts about the ship that destroyed the Atlantis? Obviously not Klingon.
No, it was another
It was
Constitution.
Another Constitution class.
No,
I
what
mean, that,
There was
Oh, go
another
ahead,
one with
Doctor.
us, but whether or not it was that same one is the question.
well, if we know anything about Section 31 operations at the moment, is that they use either advanced versions of ships which are currently in service or more advanced versions. It's entirely feasible that, in my opinion, they were using an uprated, upgunned Constitution class. Maybe that was a Section 31 Constitution class that came in to remove the Atlantis for whatever reason.
Do we
That
have
was
access
mine.
to that information?
No.
Wheels within wheels. They're not going to give us all. There's even stuff I can't access in here.
It's quite a lot
mean,
you
we
can't
don't know
access, to be fair.
I mean, Bosch's holodeck history is one of them. It seems to be locked out with a fiendish encryption.
Because I never use it, sir.
Oh, of course. I see.
Merely for medical experiments, and obviously you need safety protocols.
Doctor-patient confidentiality. I quite understand.
Exactly. Executive privilege.
Who gets to clean out the biofilters?
Yes, that's why I don't release my tax returns.
If we ever wake up Varren, I've got him on a week's worth of slopping out the biofilters duty.
By hand.
Toothbrush.
Grim.
His toothbrush.
Excellent. Anything else you want to go over before you arrive at Narendra Station?
Can the Tilly Cow? What does Davok know about?
Literally only what has been shown on the logs.
Okay.
It was a word mentioned by the Admiral, Admiral Stoker.
Okay.
We're assuming, and it's only a massive assumption, that it's a species, AN species, or the species who makes phenomenally powerful technology and weapons. And it could be a brand of, could be a brand of curry powder used at Quark's bar, for all we know.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to know? Look up.
Is there anything we need to look up before arrival at Narendra Station, like current commanding officer, anything that might be of use? And we're heading there anyway. That's our current orders. Is there anyone we're supposed to be reporting to when we get there?
Yeah, the current top brass, as it were, is an Admiral Hubbard. Yeah. I mean, you won't be stationed at Narendra Strait. Can't even say it properly. Starbase 364. You won't be stationed there, but you'll kind of like use it as a launching off point, and kind of you'll dip back there for missions and things like that. It's where you'll receive your Starfleet orders.
Okay.
It's anything. To be fair, there's nothing we particularly need to work on upgrading. I think the Livingstone's been pretty tidily upgraded and pimped lately, anyway. So if anything, we need to sort of turn up looking a little bit shabbier than normal. Else everyone will be looking at all the various lumps and bumps on it and thinking, well, that's not spec, that's not standard. I'll have a hell of a lot
to anybody looking at the ship, it just looks like an oversized Defiant class. You would never know any different without knowing. Well, in fact, it had all these things as part of it, as you were on the ship for some time previously, and you didn't know. So, yeah, you're fairly safe in that regard.
Excellent.
Make sure we take down the Section 31 flags from the bridge.
Oh yes, yeah. Bosh, can you change into a more normal uniform rather than that sort of black PVC outfit you've been in for the last week?
Oh, I thought this was standard issue now.
Do you know, I nearly called tonight's episode Back in Black because Section 31. But I thought Back to the Future was much more apropos.
Yeah, Bosh is going to click his heels and go and get changed.
Okay, as Bosh leaves to get changed, yeah, you are approaching Narendra Station. Narendra Station. You are approaching it, and you get an incoming hail from the commanding officer.
Oh, it's me now, isn't it? Sorry, I get to answer the phone and everything on screen.
And yes, you get a tall, jovial-looking man. Bosh and Davok, you might be a little bit startled. I mean, Eelin has never seen this guy before, but Bosh and Davok, you instantly recognise the chief of Psi Station.
Oh.
Hello, yes, Livingstone. Good to see you. Made us in good time, eh?
Yes, Admiral Hubbard. According to navigation, we're approximately 35 minutes out. Anything we need to know? Redocking procedures?
No. I think you're cleared for docking port 5. Check, is that 5? Yes, 5. Yes, you're fine for docking port 5. Come on in, make yourselves at all, and less with the formalities. You can call me Colin.
Oh, well, very well then, Colin. Just medical officers choking to death in the background. That's okay. He's just changing. Very well.
Yes.
We'll update you on our arrival. And do you wish us to report to your office on arrival?
Oh yes. Once you're docked, make your way up to the ops deck. It's deck 1.
Deck 1.
Can't
Very
miss
well.
us.
Myself and my senior staff will transfer over to deck 1 on arrival.
Excellent. Look forward to seeing you, Captain.
Likewise, Colin. Livingstone out.
Oh, it sounds so weird.
Apparently his name's Colin.
Right, and indeed, docking procedures take place for docking port 5. So, as a space station, it's the similarly familiar sort of mushroom-shaped type station, perhaps a little more squat than what you would normally see.
A sort of space dock style.
That familiar style, yes. Yes, not quite as big as a space dock, but in the same kind of configuration.
Okay, Helm, don't scrape the doors on the way in, please. And docking bay 5, if you will. And once we're secured and mooring lines attached, senior officers, report to the transporter room, please.
Mm-hmm.
Bosh, have you finished getting changed yet?
Aye, sir.
Do you want all your senior officers?
I will take if Mr. Zankir is otherwise busy. We don't need to interrupt him from his communications with higher levels. Yeah.
Zankir is quite engaged in communications at the moment. And I'm thinking in particular, do you want your chief engineer?
She's still in the brig.
That would be. You're thinking of first.
Oh, first is still in the brig. Okay, cool.
Didn't she? Chief engineer's not in the brig.
Didn't she escape to another ship? Because we
first. No.
First grabbed her by the throat and then she escaped.
I'm not talking about Sonia. I'm talking about your new chief engineer, Roget's Thesaurus.
Oh, yes.
Such a memorable name. What was it again?
as supplied by Section 31 because of his experience with cloaking technology.
Yeah, no. He's like the original Defiance Romulan. A couple of episodes, never heard from again.
Oh, he's a Reman.
Yeah.
He's a Reman. A vampiric-looking Reman.
Okay, actually, no. Chief Engineer, you guys hang on here. I think at this point, Remans are still a little bit unusual, floating about Federation territory. So we don't want to be drawing too much attention to ourselves, or asking too many questions. So yes, just myself, Science Officer Davok, and the Doctor will be fine. Just do pass a message to Mr. Zankier, though, discreetly. I'll just sort of message him. Gets a little pop-up on his thing. Basically, you're in charge while I'm gone, Eelin.
Don't break anything.
Yeah, standard.
Okay. You get an acknowledgement.
Right, to the transporter room, please. And transporter chief, in this case, 3, Reggie can stay here. 3 to beam to deck 1 main ops, please.
Okay, and yeah. Transporter beam materializes and plops you. In fact, let's give you some momentum, shall we?
Yeah.
It's going to be difficulty 0. No, it's going to be difficulty 0. Where's transporting? Here's transporters. Okay. So we need a control and engineering role, assisted by the ship's sensors and engineering.
Okay, who's rolling for that then?
I mean, I can. Would our engineer be better?
This is to gain momentum. I'm gonna make one of you do it.
Okay.
I've rolled 1 dice for the ship.
All right.
Cool.
I'll roll. Ring. And I got 2 successes. 9 and a 3.
Oh. 2 successes, and what did you get for the ship?
I don't know what the stats are, but I'm presuming an 18 would fail.
An 18 does fail. The ship is of no use, but with Davok's 2 successes, you get 2 momentum.
Good to be back.
Because, of course, you were starting the game with 0 momentum, and I'm starting with 6 threat. There we go. So...
Can I roll to open this door that's in front of us?
That's what the chief did. Who put us in a cupboard?
Oh, people are talking about the chat, so I've removed the chat from the actual screen itself because whether you're watching on YouTube or you're watching on Twitch, they've got their own chat channels and they are cross-referencing anyway. So if you type into one chat, you get it on the other. So yeah, I figured there's no point having it on the screen. Sorry, yes. So transporter beam engages and drops you on this shiny station in front of the Admiral, and there are numerous people dotted about doing various things, but the Admiral appears to be waiting for you.
Oh,
hello.
Admiral, Colin?
Yes. Eelin, how are you doing, chap?
Very, very, very good. Good to be here. Livingstone reporting for duty, as it were. We're all ship systems fully operational, fully functional, and all crew present, correct, and ready to get cracking.
Excellent. And you're going to introduce me to your crew members?
Indeed, this is my Chief Science Officer, Mr. Davok.
Davok. Good to see you, Vulcan.
And my Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Bosh.
Bosh, yes. You're the Ferengi doctor, aren't you?
You're the identical twin admiral, aren't you?
Identical twin? No, only child.
I must be confusing you with someone else. And dreadfully sorry. Well, yes.
Never mind. Oh, you've not been over to that mirror universe, have you? Anyway, so let me welcome you to Narendra Station here on the edge of the Shackleton Expanse. I'm Admiral Colin Hubbard. Now you and your crew have been assigned to the 20th Fleet here under my command, though I'm here to tell you that you're not going to be added to the standard fleet rotation. No, Starfleet and I have a greater purpose for you and your crew, which is exploring the Expanse itself. Now, we've sat on the edge of this region of space for far too long without formally sending in a ship to properly explore, and Starfleet's decided that now's as good a time as any. Now, I suspect our erstwhile resident civilian chief of sciences, Dr. Taliaferro, has fired up some political kindling under the Federation Science Council to get Starfleet moving into the Expanse. Anyway, whatever it is that she said, to whoever she said it to, it seems to have worked, and now I've got orders to send someone in. It's all very exciting. Now, this being said, you're not going to be on your own. I've managed to pull some strings, and I've got not one, but 3 vessels assigned to this mission. And within a few months, our Klingon allies have promised me they're going to be sending at least 1 warship as well. So I expect they'll make the appropriate noises about supporting our exploration efforts, but let's be honest, they'll be looking to further their own goals as well. Yeah, can't expect Klingons not to be Klingons, can you? Now, make no mistake, however, this isn't going to be just a deep space exploration mission. Traffic in and out of the Expanse and the station has ramped up in recent months, and we've got more and more independent vessels and merchant freighters, things like that, coming in and out as well than ever we've had before, which, by the way, is keeping security very much on their toes. Further to that, if Taliaferro's latest research is accurate, then something is happening within the Expanse that warrants a closer look. Now, I want you and the rest of the exploration flotilla to be my eyes and ears within the Expanse. Does that all sound good?
That sounds very straightforward, Colin. Yes, not a problem. And just give us the instructions. We'll set a course, and whatever job you need doing, the Livingstone can cope with it.
Excellent. Well, I want, just for this evening, I want you to make yourselves comfortable, make yourselves at home, have a good look around, and report back to me at 07:30 tomorrow morning for your first mission, okay?
Roger that, sir. 07:30, we'll be here.
Lovely. We've got some wonderful things happening, a lot of sporting events happening this evening. So you might even want to send someone from the ship to compete, eh?
Fantastic.
Show everyone what the Livingstone's made of.
Wraal shudders at the thought of sporting activity, but mentally thinks that someone who's pretty good at beating the living daylights out of other people in a sporting manner. Makes note on pad. Have a chat with first.
Excellent. Well, we've got some old Olympic-style events going on, you see. So we've got things like discus throwing and javelin throwing and hammer throwing, and it's not just throwing things there. We've got a swimming race going on later. We've got we've got all sorts of things going on. We've got a skipping competition happening.
Oh, do you?
We've got
really. Well,
yes,
I think the crew of Livingstone would be really, really, really enthusiastic about getting to, because we've been a little while in space, and you can only jog around the decks in your stone T-shirt for a given amount of time before you feel something a bit better, something a bit more textured in your sporting activity. I think the Livingstone crew will be definitely joining in with this.
Okay, excellent. Well, we do have some sort of 100-meter dashes going on as well, and things like that. Yes, absolutely. If you want to jog, there's plenty of opportunities there.
Right. What brought all that
Well,
on?
better do the formal thing then. Dismissed, Captain.
Very well, Admiral. And we go. Okay. Livingstone's
Okay.
with me.
Stoners, surely.
I wasn't going to be the first to say that. No, I did come home from work today. I'm changed straight into my stone t-shirt.
So, the ultimate question: what would you like to do?
I'm gonna go get my skip rope.
Yeah, basically, we're going to find out a list of what activities they're doing as quickly as possible. I'm going to contact the ship and tell first to basically get a swimming costume, discuses, javelins, running shoes. Oh, and battens, because there's going to be some sort of relay race, but I'm going to have first do all 4 stages of it. So she's basically going to get 3 stages, throw them, catch it in another hand, and keep running.
So obviously you can access the panels on board, and yes, there is a relay race. There is indeed swimming. There's skip rope. There's the throwing things. There's a high jump as well.
Wow. I'm thinking, Doctor. Now you'd know if there was any sort of gambling establishments anywhere on this station that might be willing to put a small sportsmanlike bet on the Livingstone's performance in this. You see what I mean?
I'm sure it could be arranged, sir.
Just see if anyone's offering sportsmanlike odds on any of these events later. Just let me know later on if you hear anything.
Do you? How much latinum would you like to put towards this, sir?
Oh, I don't know. How much do we have in the ship's petty cash?
Well,
I can't believe what I'm hearing.
Quiet, Davok. Get your skipping rope.
There's,
There is no ship's petty cash.
no.
This is just what's under Bosh's bed, isn't it?
There is 30 strips of gold pressed latinum on the ship that I can lay my hands on quickly, sir. I don't know what you have that's available, but I'm sure. Things that are replicated can sometimes be used in lieu of latinum.
That's true, and other suppliers. We'll have a little chat with yourself as medical.
Is there any supplies that we need, sir? I can always go and we can have a friendly barter with some of the other ships in the flotilla.
Yes, we can always get a little extra. Should we do better? Should we say? Yes. Draw up a list of any items that you think the medical bay could do with, additional to what we've already got, and I'll have a chat with the engineer and see if engineering needs any extras that'd be good from the station.
So Bosh, give me an insight and security roll. I'm going to say difficulty 2.
Okay.
Now, what this roll is for, before you decide whether or not to spend any momentum or anything, this is to see if you know of anyone, perhaps on board the station or anything like that, that might be interested in taking a wager.
Yes. Okay.
Because it's not the Federation done thing.
No. I'm
Davok's the moral compass.
I definitely want to be putting some money on Davok winning the skip rope.
I'm just trying to find my Google sheet. Here we go with because I have a security talent. And I can't remember exactly what it does.
Do you remember the name of it?
It is bold.
So you can give you a threat to re-roll and gain a security die.
Okay, so
If you want.
difficulty 2. I'm going to take a momentum for a third dice if everyone is happy with that.
Yes.
And then if it all goes a bit peak-tong, then I will give you a threat to re-roll.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Okay.
We should be okay. We should be very okay. Okay, so the momentum roll, because obviously I said we was going to use it, was a 15, which is above my insight and security of 10 and 3. However, the other two rolls were a 2 and a 3. So I scored a 4 on a difficulty 2.
So I was going to say, do you have any focuses that apply?
It depends.
Because that's just 2, unless there is a focus. But you can only apply the focus once, I believe.
Okay. Are any of the people doing any of the illicit activities Andorian?
No.
Then no, I do not.
Okay. Bosh doesn't have any illicit focuses. That's hard to...
Still got 2 successes though. So.
But 2 successes. What you do know, you know of nobody on the station, and stations are generally really. Oh, go on.
Actually, I do have a use and cost focus on medical components or medical compounds use and cost.
No, that's not going to apply
Okay.
here. Yeah, so you don't know of anybody on the station. However, there is a ship currently docked at the station, just temporarily, just for a couple of days while they're restocking and doing some minor repairs. It's an older ship. Is it
a Packlet?
California class ship.
Oh.
The USS Cerritos. Now, you've heard tell of an ensign on board. An Ensign Beckett Mariner, who is quite often the eyes and ears of illicit practices, who might be a good contact.
100%. I will. I will make a is she on the? Is she permanently on the ship, or is she on the station occasionally as well?
Without asking the computer for her current location, there's no way of knowing. I mean, the fact that the ship's
Actually,
docked,
I'm gonna ask the computer for
could be on
a private channel directly to Ensign Mariner.
a secure channel. I'm going to say a secure channel will cost you a momentum.
Okay.
And yes, voice
I'm gonna look at
comes over the
disapprovingly at
comm.
both of you.
Oh, what is it?
Ensign, this is
Yeah.
Lieutenant Commander Bosh of the Livingstone. I'm the
Okay,
Chief Medical
yeah.
Officer.
Okay. I'm not injured.
No, but people might get injured on the sporting activities that are coming up.
Keep talking.
Well, I mean, it would be interesting to know who you thought may or may not get hurt or may not win, and it's always useful to have extra latinum lying around or other objet d'art or other bits and pieces. I wondered whether or not you knew of anybody that may or may not have a book or similar.
Cargo Bay 3, half an hour
Of which
on the
ship?
Cerritos. You never heard me.
Good. I have no idea what you're talking about.
It cuts off.
Captain,
Have we,
I have some deliveries to make to the Cerritos. Do you wish to join, or do you wish to just send me in your stead?
That's okay. If you've arranged, then you should go.
Yes. So I'm going to pack up some, I don't know, interesting data, samples, whatever, to try and take them across to the Cerritos storage bay, bay 3.
Okay. I mean, yeah, you can pick up a box and...
It's like a clipboard. No one's going to pay any attention to a lieutenant commander walking around with a box of samples.
Basically. And you've got a free reign of the station anyway.
Yeah. People wouldn't expect us to be up to no good because we're Starfleet.
That's certainly what we appear to be on the outside.
Yes.
And as a lieutenant commander, you do have security clearance. So, yeah, not a problem.
Excellent.
Right. In the meantime, did they say there was a science officer around this station as well? A civilian?
Civilian, yes. Dr. Taliaferro.
Mr. Tabok, do you think it'd be worthwhile you making contact with Dr. Ferro and seeing if there's anything you need to anything that either you can glean from them or they might be of use to you in our upcoming missions? Do you think that might be worth making friends and influencing people?
I can do that. On my way to get my skip rope and sign up for the skipping competition.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean,
I wonder how a skipping competition is going to work.
Mr. Dow, the honour of the Livingstone is in your hands and your rope.
Just so you're aware, it's Dr. Taliaferro. That's her surname, Taliaferro. It's not Talia Ferro. It's Taliaferro.
Double barrel.
Taliaferro.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not even double barrel, just one long
Taliaferro.
Taliaferro.
Where is
Okay.
Dr. Taliaferro currently?
You asking
Computer?
the computer?
Yes.
Dr. Taliaferro is in her quarters.
Okay. Right. Are we
You
splitting up?
also see on the computer there is an instruction: "Do not disturb."
Okay.
Well, you could
I
send,
respect that.
you could send a polite Starfleet email, couldn't you? A sort of a like I did to Zankia when we were leaving. Not disturb, but a little pop up.
Oh, yeah,
I'll
you can
let her
send a
be.
message.
I could do. I might do, but I'm more keen on this skipping competition, so I kind of want to drop everything for that.
Okay, I mean, you can register through the computer, no problem at all.
Yeah, absolutely.
The skipping competition is in 3 hours' time.
Wonderful.
Essentially, it is a last man standing.
Oh, I am gonna win this.
Iron Man skipping.
Yeah.
I see an extended task coming up.
Okay, so while Davok's doing that, Bosh, yeah, it's coming up on your half hour. You want to head on over to Cargo Bay 3 of the Cerritos?
I do indeed.
Okay, and you beaming there? Are you beaming nearby and walking in?
I am going to.
You can download the Cerritos.
Yes. Do I? Is it?
Blueprint,
Is it
not blueprints, map.
schematics?
Schematics, thank you, into your tricorder without a problem.
And is there anything? Do I need to have requested permission to board?
Not
If
while
I-
it's in dock. No.
Okay, cool. So I could just beam in there, and I'm not going to suddenly get surrounded by security officers.
No.
Cool. I will beam directly to the bay.
They'd have to be on some special alert for some reason for that to happen.
He says.
Having taken all your momentum away. Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to land in the directly just outside the door of the
The cargo bay.
in the corridor. Yeah.
Okay, you transport and you materialise in the corridor of the Cerritos.
And I'll press the chirpy chime thing.
Cargo bays don't have chimes, funnily enough.
Cool. I will just open the door and enter then.
Okay, you open the door. You enter into a large cargo bay.
Is there a shuttlecraft that's in partly bit of a disrepair, a load of boxes and a table?
No, there are loads of barrels stacked
Standard.
up. There's some weird sort of hexagon-shaped long boxes that don't seem to stack very well with each other for some reason. Kind of scattered about the place.
Hello?
Are you staying near the door, or are you walking into the centre of the room? What are you doing?
I am going to walk into the centre of the room.
As you approach the centre of the room, you sense someone directly behind you, and you hear a voice in your ear saying, "You better not be a narc, man."
Do you have the latinum or not?
I got a phaser pointed at you. You're not a narc, are you?
Can I hear if there is actually a phaser?
Are phasers loud or your ears that good?
No, phasers are almost silent. There is the slightest electromagnetic. So you can hear if there's equipment, perhaps, with your Ferengi hearing. Perhaps. I'm saying perhaps.
Yeah.
I would like you to give me an insight and engineering roll. Difficulty 2.
Oh. So insight of 10, engineering 1.
Okay.
I got a 4 and a 7.
Okay. You do not hear the electromagnetic hum of a phaser.
Ensign Mariner, I'm presuming that you haven't pulled a phaser on a senior officer, regardless of their status. So I'm going to turn around and hold this conversation as if you were not trying to threaten me, so that we can actually make some latinum. And I'm going to turn around.
Okay, as you do so, you see Ensign Mariner in front of you, who bursts out laughing and says, "It's just a banana, man," and starts eating the banana.
It was a banana.
Yeah, so you want to place a bet. Who do you want to bet on? What do you want to bet on?
Well, I think the first thing we're going to bet on is the skipping competition.
Ooh, skipping man. Jax is up for that.
Jax, I see.
Yeah, he's our security officer.
Yes, we have our own officer that's going for it, and I think he's probably the best bet, as it were.
Ooh, who is it? Seems
It's
very
a
eager
Lieutenant
to hear.
Commander Davok. You know, the
Davok,
Vulcans.
sounds Vulcan.
Yeah, can't be helped.
Yeah, Vulcans can't skip.
This one can. This one has a passion for it. It's like Klingons and prune juice. I can't quite understand it.
I'll give you 2-1.
Okay. Actually, a question that I would have asked Wraal beforehand: how many races do you want to put money on?
We definitely be betting on Davok for the skipping. I definitely think Davok's got a power. Yeah, we can make something out of this, and also not only cash but reputation. Got it. elbow your way in and get famous. I can't think of a better way.
Reputation for gambling. Yeah.
Look, we're just making a bit on the side. Davok is going to the glory will be entirely non-profitable for a Vulcan.
So we're going to put 10 strips of latinum
Yes.
on Davok to win.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, big spender.
Then what are you? Are you betting latinum, or have you got other items you wish to put up against it?
You talking contraband?
I'm talking whatever items you have available.
Oh, I got contraband. What are you after?
What have you got?
What are you after?
How's
We
the
would-
Romulan ale supply?
Yes, I was going to say some Romulan ale, or maybe even some Andorian whiskey.
Ooh.
Everyone's got Andorian ale and
Romulan ale.
Romulan ale and Andorian whiskey.
Andorian ale and
Yeah,
Romulan
in
whiskey.
fact, I've been having a few of them already.
Reggie was interested in another. I think Reggie's supply is a bit low, actually.
How about? I don't really want to deal in Mugato horn.
Oh man, even I draw the line, she says.
Yeah.
Rash.
I'm trying to think of contraband in this time period and series.
Technology.
Yeah, actually, have you got any?
Get you a nice Spock helmet.
Oh. How about some Bajoran erotica?
Any interesting tech?
Tech? Nah, don't deal in tech.
In that case, medics, chemicals, that kind of thing.
Talking drugs, man?
Yeah.
Nah, mugs game.
Well, depends if you're a chief medical officer, I guess. I'm going to need you to help me out here, Stu.
I mean, there might be sort of certain weapons that might be of interest to collectors, but might be frowned upon if caught with. You know, think about people who collect things like Nazi memorabilia. They might not be Nazis themselves, perhaps. But their collections might be frowned upon.
Ooh, any sort of Dominion disruptors?
Actually, yeah, Dominion equipment.
And
Any Dominion equipment.
She hasn't got any functioning Dominion equipment.
That's fine. What non-functioning Dominion equipment do you have?
Get her hands on the shell of a Dominion personal cloaking device.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll put that up against the 10 latinum.
No, man, it's got to be worth 30.
Okay, so if we put 15 latinum on Davok to win, if she wins, we get the cloaking. So that's the 30. That's the 2 for 1 you said.
Yeah, got a deal, man. And Shoals a hand out.
I'll shake on that. Yeah.
She looks at you very weirdly and says, "No, man, 15 strips of latinum." She's holding her hand out.
Now, as I'm not sure whether or not you can be fully trusted with latinum to start with.
Dude, are you here to bet or waste my time?
I mean, the thing is, rule of acquisition number 1 is once you have their money, never give it back.
Do I look like a Ferengi?
No, you don't have the
I'm a
lobes.
human.
Human, yes. Okay, I'll hand her 15 strips of latinum.
Okay, it disappears into a uniform quite quickly. She says, "Oh, do you want a hot tip on one of the competitions?"
Yes. Well,
She says, "The Cerritos is putting up a real weed, so whoever goes up against him, you want to put all your latinum on him. The weightlifting competition."
Good to know.
It's our commander who's going up for that. He's a real brain box type, spends all his time in the ship's library, you know. Barely lifted a weight in his life. You want to bet against him?
Bet against him. Good, good. Yes.
I'll tell you what, I'll give you special odds. I'll give you 3-1 against him.
Okay. I'll give it. This is there's 5 latinum against him.
Okay. And you hand over the latinum, and it disappears just as quickly. That's 20 strips of latinum.
So we have 10 strips left.
Who's going to be doing the competitors in the Ambo Jitsu?
Yes. Is there an Ambo Jitsu match?
There is.
Oh, we've definitely got a competitor for that.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
10 strips of platinum on our competitor to win the Ambo Jitsu. What odds do you give us?
Who are you putting up?
There's a couple of different officers that are going for it. They're doing some sparring just to see who's going to win. Whichever one of those will be the one that gets put forward.
Tell you what, doesn't matter. I'll give you 5-1.
Okay. That's the last 10 latinum. 10 latinum on 5-1 odds on the Ambo Jitsu.
Livingstone
You know
is
what,
to
I
win.
ought to be writing this down.
All is easily
So I'll
found.
tell you what. We're going to go on a quick break while I write all that down. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Hailing frequencies are open.
And we are back, and yes, it was a GM shits himself moment. Definitely. I'm not too ashamed to admit it. I was prepared for the skipping. That's it.
We'll get some skipping in there somewhere.
Was not expecting the illicit gambling. Everything beyond that has been, very off the cuff. But Bosh is there. Is his business concluded with Beckett
Yes.
Mariner?
Don't have any more latinum.
All right. She leaves the cargo bay saying, "Stay chill." Gives you the Vulcan salute.
Sarcastic Edson.
And leaves. Are you heading back to...
I will head back to the Livingstone.
Okay,
And,
how are you heading back?
Emergency medical track. No. I will. Commander, Captain. Sorry. Can you bring me back?
Oh, yes. One moment. Livingstone, you lock on to Dr. Bosh, please, and transport him back to back on board, wherever he is.
Okay, and a transporter beam starts materializing just as an Orion science officer and an engineering guy who seems to be a cyborg of some description are just walking into the cargo bay. You beam back. What would you like to do?
Going to go and give the odds, etc., to Wraal, and suggest that Ambujitsu might be one for first, given that she is still in the brig. He might want to go and have a word with her.
Yeah, good idea. I'll go and impress upon first the opportunities for increased liberties based on successfully raising the Livingstone's profile in the area through the medium of
Violence.
honest support. Friendly competition.
And while you're doing that, you can imagine me on the holodeck doing some sort of 80s montage situation. You know, we've got the rocky music. It's all going on. Pretty fantastic.
Davok is leveling up skipping.
I was hoping they'd do that a bit quicker.
So as Davok is practicing the skipping, whipping trees in the forest, and running up and down steps, is he still limping?
A little bit.
Slightly.
A little bit.
So it's a hop as he's running. Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know. So first, you've never heard of Ambujitsu.
That's going to be problematic,
Involuntary yoga?
because first has a focus in Ambujitsu.
Oh, right. No, I apologise then. First has heard of Ambujitsu. Is it the same Ambujitsu, though?
I think it's probably got spikes on the end of the cotton buds rather than... but
Rather
First-
than a big padded thing. It's, yeah.
First also has a focus in adaptation to unfamiliar technology, so I'm sure she'll be fine. As well as her focus in pain tolerance, hand-to-hand combat, and ground assault tactics. I think she'll be...
Okay. I mean,
So we're
it's
certainly going for the
it's
chess
martial
tournament
art.
then, yeah?
What do you remember of Ambujitsu?
I remember the full like red or white sort of rubberized suit. I remember the 2 stick bits and pieces. I remember Mariner smashing them in half and stabbing people's hands to the floor. I only really remember. I think I only really remember Riker playing Parisi squares, actually, or whatever the phasering certain thing was. No, there was some Abijitsu, wasn't there?
There was the episode, with his dad, and that's also the episode we discovered that Pulaski banged Riker's dad. Let's not forget.
So she did do something useful on that series then.
Some key points of Ambujitsu: you wear a helmet that renders you blind. Mm-hmm. You have a visor that pulls down in front of you, and one end of the stick is like basically a sonic sensor, so it makes a noise as you are pointing at something in close range. And the other end is a big padded ball, basically. It's
is it kind of like the gladiators?
Yeah.
Yes, like gladiators on steroids. Mm-hmm. I'm sure they were. Anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, I liked Jet. Anyway, moving swiftly on.
Who didn't?
Who didn't, indeed. So, if first has a focus in Ambujitsu, then she's definitely familiar with it. And are you going to put anyone forward for the weightlifting?
I think I don't know. Shall we send? Shall we see if Reggie feels like it feels?
Let's put Reggie in.
Yeah, I think Reggie would be fine with that.
Okay. Well, let's kind of skip forward a little bit, and let's take ourselves to the weightlifting competition. I'm going to cut a bit of a kind of bit like Davok's montage. You see various people all lifting weights and people struggling till it's down to just 2 competitors. There is Reggie and there is Commander Jack Ransom of the
Reggie.
Commander Ransom looks like an inverted triangle. He is buff, to say the least. In fact, Bosh, as you walked in and saw him, if you didn't suspect that Mariner was trying to pull you all over your eyes before, you definitely are now.
Yes.
Okay, for odds of 3-1, let us start this competition. So I need from Reggie a fitness and no, I have to think about this. Yes, a fitness and command roll. Difficulty 1.
Okay, 11 you'll need for that. And we've got a 6 and an 18, so 1 success.
Okay, so you get your success.
Yay, Reggie.
And 2 successes for Commander Ransom. Now, I'm not going to do... In fact, I'm just going to say, I'm not going to do momentum one way or the other.
Okay.
I'm not... No, do you know what? That's unfair.
Don't think we've got any momentum.
Yeah.
No, No, you haven't at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't at the moment. And with 1 success, Reggie doesn't get any momentum.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, okay. Extra weights are added to each competitors. In fact, the weights are doubled. You can tell me what weight are they up to.
Oh, I don't know. What are we going to have each time?
I'll tell you what,
No,
they were on 10 kilos.
10 kilos. Oh, let's stick it to 30 then. That's heavy. That's heavy hold baggage. That is.
30 would probably be a bit much. Let's go to 20. let's double it to
30's
20.
Fine. I'm expecting to shift a 30-kilo bag up onto the belt if necessary. I am allowed, of course, to use two hands and kick it.
Oh yes, no. This is the double. You know, it's like.
I see. There's lots of questions there about like center of gravity and about how. Like, I have no doubt whatsoever that you could throw a 30-kilo bag wherever you fancied. My question is, how did you, at your height, get it up on a belt? Is my bigger question.
It's all about momentum. You've got to get it corner and just swing it from the trolley onto the belt. Boom. let its movement do it.
Right. Let's do. Well, this. I mean, weightlifting is about bringing it to there and back and down, and it's different to just slinging it.
Yeah.
20 kilos. Let's go for it. This is going to be the same. What did I say? Control and no fitness and command. This is going to be difficulty 2.
Go, Reggie.
Go, Reggie. Oh, we've got a 5 and a Starfleet symbol.
Ooh. Well.
Oh, antennas straining.
I'm going to spend threat to re-roll the 20.
Oh no!
Jack Ransom rolled.
Have a
He also rolled a
complication.
15.
Break your arm.
Drop it.
He did also roll a 15. Oh! No, his hands are slippy. It's not getting the grip on it. He just doesn't make it. Reggie is the winner. As the crowd goes wild.
Stone.
My goodness. Next up, Ambujitsu. We are going straight to first versus Mariner. We're going to take this in rounds. I would first of all like you to roll a single d20 for me.
12.
And with a 3, Mariner goes first.
Okay.
So, the first thing Mariner needs to do is to roll to see if she can locate first.
Locate what first?
Hey! This is going to be an insight and... no, I had this, yes. Insight and science roll. Sorry, I should have said difficulty 2, and she succeeds. And next, it's going to be it's daring and security. Oh, Starfleet symbol and a 2, and with a focus in Ambujitsu. That is 4 successes. Let's see. We're going to use 3 stress dice plus her security of 5. So that's 3, 5. With an absolute whacking crack. First takes 8 points of stress.
Fuck. Go first.
I rolled 4 Starfleet symbols, which I am just counting as 1 because it's a padded item. And I rolled 2 2s. Sorry, I rolled 3 2s on top. No, it's 10 points of stress.
Oh.
So instantly, first gets an injury. It is, of course, non-lethal. Does first have any resistances?
Where do I?
Focus in pain, do you?
I've got a focus in pain tolerance.
Okay. You grit your teeth and get through it. But definitely got an injury.
Yeah, there's the. Oh, okay.
Ben has just asked, can you avoid the injury? You could if you had momentum.
Did we gain one? Because
Reggie smashed it.
Reggie got 3 successes
we are
on a
at,
2 success.
You did.
One momentum,
Roll.
says my dice.
Yeah.
You did, absolutely. So you have one momentum, so you can use a momentum to avoid an injury.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. You have
Actually,
taken 10 stress.
in sort of being in the crowd and cheering, can Wraal sort of gee up the Livingstone crew shouting this by spending his determination and adding 3 points of momentum into our pool, like getting a big chant of stone, 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 stone.
Yes, you can. Absolutely. 3 points in there.
Gonna need
as
it.
You rally the crew to don't be sorry, Ben, not at all. You rally the crew to cheer. It is first go.
So it's insight and science.
Insight and science to locate.
That's pants. And daring and security rather than fitness and security.
Yes, daring and because this is like combat.
Okay. Insight and science. Oh!
Difficulty 2.
Difficulty 2. I got a 7 and a 2.
Oh, and with your focus in Ambujitsu,
Oh, yeah.
that gives you another momentum. You're up to 4.
Thank goodness for that, because my insight's only 8, my science is 1, so I really didn't think this was going anywhere.
Just as a reminder, you can also, I believe, use momentum to increase your damage.
Which I am probably going to do.
Yeah.
How many dicicles?
It is 3 dicicles plus your security.
You can spend a point of momentum to re-roll any of those as well.
Okay, so of the first 5, I got 2 single hits and a Star Trek symbol. Or actually, no, I didn't. I have a hailing frequency symbol.
Very nice. On the other dice.
Hang on, did you roll to hit?
Oh.
Oh no!
No,
we
I
just
forgot
did
there's
the
another.
found thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I found them, and then it's to hit, which is the daring and security.
Which is the daring and security.
Which I got 2. Difficulty 2. I got 2. I got an 8 and an 11.
Excellent.
So neither of those are below my security.
So you don't get additional momentum, but you do hit. You land a hit. How hard is the hit?
As hard as I can possibly make it.
3 plus security.
Yeah. So the first 5 that was a two individual hits and a hailing frequency.
Okay.
And
They
then
are just counting as 1, I'm afraid.
The next one is 2 more hailing frequencies, and then I'm going to use the momentum. So that's to re-roll the final 3. So at the moment I've got 5 hits of whatever it is. I get another 2 and another hailing frequency.
Okay, so 8 points of stress against Mariner, and going to spend threat to avoid the injury. So 5, 6, 7, 8. It is Mariner's turn as she tries to locate you. We have Starfleet symbol is 1. So I'm giving myself threat instead of momentum because you've got the focus. So she locates you. First hears the beep coming from the thing, as First presumably tenses ready for the strike, which, with 2 successes, hits.
Oh,
Lang.
If she hits like she did last time, this is going to be a short round.
as I say, I mean, First didn't stand up to my.
And
So
First takes
Not
4
surprised.
points of stress,
Cool.
as it is a glancing blow.
Heard that one coming first. You got this. Stone.
Okay. It's a difficulty 2 for finding
Difficulty
them?
2. Yeah, both finding and hitting difficulty 2.
Yeah, okay. Just a 9 and a 2, which no bonuses because it's only an 8 and a 1 on my insight and science.
Okay.
And then daring security. Oops. Can I use a momentum to re-roll?
you
Oh no, to roll another one, isn't it?
it's to buy one. Oh, you can re-roll it.
Yeah.
No, sorry, you've got bold. You can give Stu a threat to get a new
Oh.
dice and re-roll it,
Either.
or just buy a dice.
Yeah, I don't mind whichever. Do we give him a threat
You've
and I'll
got 3
re-roll?
momentum at the moment.
Yeah, give him a threat.
I'll threat and re-roll the 17. Yeah, I succeeded on that one. I got a 14. So it's no extra bits.
Okay. But you do get a hit in. Roll your damage.
Make it a good one.
And again, it's security and +3, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, clobberer.
That's 2 2s.
Ooh.
2 more 2s.
Oh,
Oh,
And a Star Trek symbol. Sorry, a hailing frequency symbol.
Tell me how you finish her off.
So after that last hit, she cracks First at the side of the head, and First goes down onto one knee, a bit dazed because only down to 3 stress points left. Kind of stands up, and she sort of, you can see her sort of just pivoting slightly, and she just gets that as she says it, and just literally swings with an arc, puts her basically full body up and under, and the end of the staff just clocks Mariner under the chin.
Okay, and Mariner goes down like a sack of potatoes onto the deck as First wins the bout. There we go. Mariner starts getting back up.
First we'll give her a hand.
She flips her visor open. Puts her hand out to shake it.
Yeah, First we'll do the same.
Okay, as First takes her hand, she pulls her in for a big hug and says, "Female Jem'Hadar, that's cool."
Yeah. First will like hard, but no, just a headbutt her. Yeah.
Oh, Mariner full on headbutts her back.
Yeah.
Okay, and as you go your separate ways, you find Mariner's personal comm number in your pocket. On to the big event of the evening, of course, the skipping.
the main
never
event.
thought you'd say that, did you?
As this huge security officer, Bajoran security officer with a big scar down one eye, picks up a length of rope, looks at you, and says, "I will destroy you! But good luck!"
Hop to it.
Oh. Are we beginning our skipping?
Oh, we've never stopped.
Okay.
At this point, all the Livingston crew in the crowd all sort of flip up cards that I've had replicated, and as they spin them around, it forms like a mosaic of Davok's face.
I like to think that while I'm really vocal about skipping, no one's actually seen me skip before.
Yeah, she can't
Because-
actually skip.
Yeah,
He can't actually skip.
so I'm just going to say that, and I'm not going to big myself up too much until I've rolled the dice. But I'm thinking it.
Okay, excellent. Tell me before we start, how does Davok approach skipping? Like, what kind of mentality does he have?
Oh, I thought you were going to ask what like entrance song Davok was.
Oh, there's got to be an entrance song.
I know, but I can't think of something that.
Moon over Andor, no doubt.
Sorry, I talked over. What was the question?
Kind of what's Davok's approach? Is it methodical? Is it just like get in and like, you know, swing it? Is it about rhythm? Is it about angles?
So
this is himself.
Oh, this is just skipping for skipping's sake. So it's very joyful. But he just you know like in Friends where Phoebe goes for a run and she's all like, woo, and Rachel's all like, no, I don't like that because you've got to run all serious and stuff. So Davok is a woo skipper.
As a Vulcan.
Yeah.
Is it now not really watching Friends, that reference?
Oh, I know, yeah. Don't worry. I mean,
is it that for Davok it's almost meditative?
Yeah, it's more of, it was born out of convenience more than anything, but having skipped his way through life, it's a great thing.
Okay. I'm going to say then it's going to be fitness. Fitness is definitely the attribute. As a discipline, because I'm trying to think what discipline would be appropriate for Davok for this.
Science.
No, if it was taking a scientific approach, I'm
I see what you were getting at.
actually going to go with command.
Okay, not the best one for my focus because it's a 1.
Well, you do get the focus. Is it a 1? Oh shit!
Yeah.
Okay,
It's all right.
But
do
you
what
have
we
a
can.
focus in skipping, so
I do.
You look over at your competitor, and he is treating this like some kind of trial of strength. He is super focused and like determined, and like he's pulling on the rope and he's like flexing his big old muscles. He's ready. Grr.
Okay.
Just before the competition starts, can I just go over to Davok and sort of do the kind of like the coach thing, and using my talent of advisor, assist with my command skill, allowing a reroll, and mean that Davok can use my command skill, which is 4.
I like that idea.
I really like that idea, but you have to tell us what Wraal is telling Davok.
I'm pointy-eared.
Davok, this is simple. This is a focus. Focus in. This is just skipping. This is you and the rope. Don't bother with him. It's you and the rope, and the eternal glory of the Livingstone and the Vulcan race over that. You and the rope, Davok. You and the rope.
Me and the rope. Me and the rope. Me and the rope.
Okay, yeah. You can use your captain's command skill.
Yay!
Discipline. rather. So what is that?
4.
4. So there you go. It's your fitness plus 4. As
And with your focus
do
and
this-
skip rope, fours and less are doubles.
Indeed. So, for the first half hour of skipping, let's roll the difficulty 1.
Okay. Here we go. I got 1 success.
Jax gets 3 successes with his focus in skipping.
How does he have a focus in skipping?
Because he does.
He's there, Davok.
But you get your success.
I do?
You didn't get it under a 4, no? 4 or under?
No.
No,
8.
not to worry. You're through to the next half hour. Let's go again, this time difficulty 2.
How much
Take momentum, Davok.
Yeah.
Use
All
that
right.
momentum.
I'll take
You have 3
for this one.
momentum.
All right.
You
Well, we have
take
2
a
now.
momentum.
Okay. I rolled a 20 and 11, so that's 1 success. And 18, so I only got 1 success.
Ooh, do you have any traits or anything like that that can come into play?
I can lean on my friends, literally.
There's not right next to you, unfortunately.
No. No, I don't have anything else I can use unless I can negotiate my way out of it.
Can't negotiate with the rope. Your traits that of advisor doesn't give anything, does it?
Assist if I assist with com, it allows 1 reroll. So
Oh, can I re-roll the 20?
You can re-roll the 20, yes.
Fantastic.
get that a 4 or less.
Oh, and I got a 6. So that was 1 more success.
Okay, so
One
that
with
is
the rope,
2.
Davok. 1 with the rope.
I am
That
the
is
rope.
Davok.
2 successes. As Jax gets again 3 successes when he rolled a Starfleet symbol on one of them.
This dodgy leg is doing me in.
An hour has gone by. You see beads of sweat forming on Jax's head. I don't know if Vulcan's sweat.
I was going to ask the Vulcan sweat.
I
don't
don't
know.
know is the honest answer. You tell me. Their world is incredibly hot, so I'd imagine so.
Yes.
Imagine so. Right, so you're both sweating away, but you've got your hands on your ropes as, first 60 minutes are over. Let's go into the next half hour. We are up to difficulty 3, as Jax spends his threat to buy an extra dice.
Well, I'll spend a momentum to buy an extra
You have
die.
2 momentum. 1 if you spend your momentum.
I will do.
Spend
I will
away.
do.
You've used your re-roll.
Yeah. Yep. That was worth it, though. And so
Difficulty 3.
754, 755, 756. 1 success. And a 17 and an 18.
Oof.
And Jax
Skipping as he thought.
has rolled a 9, a 16, which is a fail, and a 19.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So within the half hour, you're both struggling. Take 1d20. Lowest score wins.
No.
I've rolled a 3.
Oh.
I rolled an 8.
Oh.
Oh! So You see Jax, his hands are trembling. You catch him at the corner of your eye. He's really, really struggling now. And just as you're watching him, your foot just catches where you limp slightly on the rope. And the rope tangles up. And you're out. Jax
At least I had the worst.
throws his rope to the ground as the Cerritos crew in the crowd go absolutely wild. And he walks over to you and puts his hand out and says, "You're a worthy competitor. I'd be proud to have you in my security team."
It's good to meet another person who enjoys skipping as much as I do. I'll shake his hand.
Skipping is life!
Skipping is life. Oh, I'm going to get that on a banner and put that in my room.
Get it tattooed.
As Jax walks off into the crowd, shouting, "Ritos! Ritos! Ritos!" What would you like to do?
Wraal leads the rest of the Livingstone crew in a rousing chorus of Davok, Davok, Davok.
Yeah. Oh, well, we should be cheering first and
Reggie.
Reggie.
We cheer them for their victories. We cheer you in your defeat.
Yeah, go.
Well,
go.
thank you. That's so kind.
We cheer for your defeat. Yes, okay.
Yay.
Bosh is going to sidle up to Mariner.
Mariner is nowhere to be seen.
Ooh, funny that.
See if Reggie and the security team can get a transporter lock on her and beam her to the brig.
Bosh to
If this makes you suspicious at all, I've just dumped for threat.
Bosh to Ensign Mariner.
This is Cerritos Security. You're after Ensign Mariner.
Yes, I'm the Chief Medical Officer of the Livingstone. She took a bit of a beating. I was going to come and help examine her.
Oh, she's been dealt with by our doctor, but she's in the brig at the moment. Keeps boasting about it being her favourite place.
Good to know. I'll come and visit.
No, we don't have visitors. What do you want her for anyway?
I'm Chief Medical Officer of the Livingstone. Sorry, who am I speaking to?
Security. Cerritos Security.
Ensign...
Lieutenant Davis.
Lieutenant. Unfortunately, I can't tell you, but I will see you shortly. We can talk in private.
I'm afraid I must report this to the captain. You see, Ensign Beckett Mariner has been caught. She's been caught gambling, I'm afraid. So we're trying to track down her cohorts at the moment.
Gambling with what?
And Latinum.
Latinum. I see.
Believes he's heard of it.
Interesting. Okay. I still think
I can put you through to the captain if you wish.
I think it would be worth it. I still think it's worth an examination given the beating that our Jem'Hadar gave her.
We do have a doctor.
Yes, put me through to the captain.
Hold, please. Get a little bit of music comes out over the comm badge.
Press 1 for the captain. Press 2 for communications officer.
Your call is important to us. Please stay on the line.
Yes, how may I help you?
This is Lieutenant Commander Bosh of the Livingstone.
Yes.
The poor ensign took a bit of a beating. I was coming to help steady her up a little. She put on a fantastic fight, and it was only the least we could do.
Oh, your care is much appreciated, but Dr. Ta'ana has checked Ensign Mariner over. She's fine.
Okay, not a problem.
Anything else we can help you with, Doctor?
Is there any other emergencies you want my assistance with?
Well, if you know anything about anybody who's been doing any gambling.
Why was there any? We didn't have any civilian people on the station, have we?
Anything else I can help you with, Doctor?
No, not unless you have any. I'm sure we've had this conversation. I said no. If there's anything you did you get a concussion as well? Would you like a scan yourself, Captain?
Get silence on the comm.
No. Well, Bosh out.
Cerritos out.
Well,
Thieving bastard.
That sounds exactly like Mariner.
What would you like to
get
do?
away with it.
Our paths will cross again.
I really want that Dominion cloaking device.
Well, I think we should celebrate a few victories.
Yes, absolutely. Let's repair the entire ship's crew to whatever eating establishment there is on the station. There must be something like a large mess hall or similar.
There is indeed. There's a huge sort of catering deck.
Can first try Mariner's comms?
You did, and you got through to security.
No. As in, first try the personal comms.
Oh, sorry. First tries and gets through to a security officer. Yes, you're trying to get through to Ensign Beckett Mariner. This is security.
She fought well. I was going to congratulate her.
Oh, we can pass that on.
Fine. Hangs up.
Okay.
Did first pass Mariner her number too, or will it come up as a number she sent for later reference?
Oh yeah, didn't someone get a number?
That's at first. Just to,
yeah.
Okay. So you're all heading down to the sort of the catering deck to celebrate. Fantastic. Let me just do some very, very quick sums.
I was going to suggest I think I should locate Colin and thank him very much for what a splendid afternoon of sport. Not sounding at all like Alan Partridge.
Yes, I was watching it. Very exciting, wasn't it? You chaps did awfully well, and yes, honour of the ship and all that. I've never seen a female Jem'Hadar before.
Yeah, she's quite unusual. Hence why we appointed her chief of security. Yes, valuable asset to the team. That one.
Absolutely.
And who knew that a limping Vulcan could skip so well against such a very large gentleman?
Oh yes, that was very exciting. That was a good hour and 20 minutes of watching people skip.
Yes. Solid skipping, absolutely. I thoroughly enjoyed that. I was very, very pleased to see Davok focused in like that. But that's the way Vulcans are. You see, once you get them started on something, they never stop.
Definitely took it to the wire, eh?
And did you see our weightlifting Andorian?
Oh yes.
If you need a hand in some of those cargo bays, Colin, let me know. I'll send him down to restack things.
We have anti-grav units. It's fine.
He'll restack the anti-grav units.
Right, and he wanders off to speak to some other people.
Not even a goodbye. Rude.
He's quite the bon vivant. He's just mingling. That's fine.
Indeed, he is. He's even got an umbrella in his drink.
Yeah.
So, anything else you'd like to do this evening?
I think I'll just sort of just generally cheer the crew and say, well done. We did well there, everybody. I think we're the new ship on the block here, but they won't soon be forgetting us or underestimating our skipping, ambo jitsu, and weightlifting abilities.
Excellent. Well, the evening continues, and lots of people are sort of getting your drink. I mean, you don't buy drinks, obviously. It's a Starfleet station, but they're getting you drinks throughout the evening, and as you each head off to your quarter, presumably you're quartering on the Livingstone. And you each head into your quarters. Bosh, as you get into your quarters, you notice on the desk 65 strips of gold pressed latinum.
Oh.
And a small handheld device. And that's where we end for this evening.
Oh, true to her word after all.
More than true to her word, really.
Well, yeah.
Did the maths right, didn't
you've
I?
got it.
Huh?
Did
Sort
the maths
of.
right?
Sort of.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's what you've got.
Well, cool. You did the maths right for the latinum.
Yes.
But Davok didn't win, so technically we didn't get the handheld device.
But too late. It's canon now.
It is.
Mind you, we won two out of three.
To be fair, that aspect, no, I knew.
Cool. Yeah, but the rest of the money was correct.
Ooh.
I would have thought Mary would have taken a cut as the bookie as well. Actually. So I thought she'd have skimmed some off the top, but no. Well, you got to keep people coming back to bet again, haven't you?
Yes.
Excellent. So there we go. We're back on the Livingstone. Narendra Station. What do we think of Narendra Station then?
Great.
I like it. They've got skipping.
It is an unusual event for them.
I've remembered that as a commanding officer, I can burn determination and get 3 momentum for nothing.
Yes.
Yes.
Actually, I have a question. What is my rank currently?
Lieutenant Commander, aren't you?
Commander?
So one of my talents is untapped potential, but if I've got that, I can't obtain a higher rank than Lieutenant Julia Grade. So I think I need to swap that out.
Actually, I think if we check in the book, you can swap that out. And if you do get, you sort of go to because you have like untapped potential, like a middle rank, and then you have veteran, which gives you another. So you might we remove untapped potential and just sort of set you into like the middle zone.
Yeah, I need to check that.
Or possibly the easy answer might just be to do up a new character at Lieutenant Commander level, but bring all your focuses and everything over.
Yeah, probably be easier. Maybe.
I don't know. We've never promoted anyone before.
No, I didn't think about it.
Well, no, that's not true, because Ed's there as captain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yes, we need to look at that, but we'll have a look off air, of course, and so join us next time in a fortnight's time for the continuation and that all important 0730 briefing.
What we're going to be up to? Oh, with Colin.
No, with Colin.
Colin
Hubbard.
He's a bit much first thing in the morning.
So far, there's not blood running down the walls. This is a great change from Side Station.
I'm amazed nobody's asked how many people there are on board Narendra Station.
I've disabled that bit of the sensor, so it doesn't even show you.
You just get the sensor operators just twitching in the corner.
Oh, fantastic. Right. On that bombshell, we shall love you and leave you. Thank you so much for joining us in the chat that's not showing on screen, but we can see you. Thank you to everyone for watching, and thank you, players, for playing. We shall see you all next time. In the meantime, live long and prosper, and happy Star Wars Day.
With you.
We're not allowed to talk about it. It's one day a year.
This is not the day you're looking for. Yeah.
Just turn it off.
Take care.
This is the day.
Bye.